What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Kinesio Outdoors YouTube video. In today's video, I'll be reviewing the McGuire Ballistics Copper Rose bullets. There's two bullets. We have the Copper Rose and then the Copper Rose Hollow Points. I'll be kind of going over both of those in this video. In another video, I'll be going over my load buildup as well as the results of that load buildup. And then in a third and successive videos, I'll be going over the results on game animals. So the reason I use copper bullets is because being from California in about 2013, I can't remember exactly, there was a ban on lead bullets to save and protect, the California condor. Now, what that resulted in is everybody having to switch to copper bullets, which from my experience using Barnes TSX, Barnes TTSX with my dad, Hornady CMX, and Nosler E-tips, all of them work, all of them were able to bring down animals. But something that I was unhappy with was the lower ballistic coefficients of all those bullets compared to lead ammo. And I was also disappointed with the lack of blood trails. So that led me to continue looking, and I found McGuire Ballistics. Now, with the two different bullets, the two kind of have their strengths, or when one might be more preferable to the other. But one thing I want to talk about first is, so Sam McGuire developed these as a hunting guide in California. I'm going to guess he had the same issues that I had, where the bullets weren't flying as true out to greater distances and he wasn't seeing the blood trails. As an example, with one of the bullets I just mentioned, I shot a deer through, so completely facing away, through the back femur, and it went all the way through, and I think it exited. I still couldn't find the hole. Zero blood. The deer ran 35 yards, tipped over backwards. The bullet did its job, but I had absolutely no blood. And going through that femur, I know I busted the femoral artery because that femur was just shattered. And no blood. So I was really disappointed with that. And I think Sam McGuire, and I'm going to get him on the podcast to discuss this, but he was disappointed in the performance of copper bullets and decided to make a copper bullet so that way he could recommend his clients use it, so he would have an easier time tracking the, I believe it's elk and pigs that he hunts over on the, close to the California coast. Now, one thing that Sam's done is he actually created McGuire Ballistics Field Reports. It's a forum where people can go on and discuss what they found with the bullets. Some people have done different load ups with the bullets with different calibers. They talk about using the Copper Rose versus the Copper Rose Hollow Point and showing the effect on animals that they have taken. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. That's a pretty great resource. But I want to now discuss kind of the highlights between the two bullets. So we have the Copper Rose on the left, and then the Copper Rose Hollow Point on the right. Pretty nice big hollow point. Now the Copper Rose, this one here on the left, this actually within the tip, let's see, there we go, within that tip, and that tip is drawn on with marker. The tip actually itself is copper. It's entirely copper, no plastic tip within it. Anyways, it's actually hollow behind that tip, and that helps with that expansion. They call it like the petal rose effect as they open up. So that helps with that expansion. I don't know how Sam did that. I know it's patented, so definitely is successful if it's patented, and it's definitely something that other people would try to use if it wasn't patented. So I'm not sure how he did that, but just looking at this bullet, it actually has a similar design to the Barnes TSX bullets with these kind of ridges here. It is a long bullet. It's longer than lead bullets because copper is less dense than lead, and we'll just go over kind of some of the numbers right here. So this is for the 6.5 millimeter bullets. It's 125 grains. Both bullets, the Copper Rose and the Copper Rose Hollow Point, are 125 grains. The Copper Rose non-hollow point, just on the website here, made in the USA, patent number, it's non-lead, 6.5 millimeter. The recommended twist rate's 1 in 8. The grain weight's 125 grains, and the ballistic coefficient is 0.600. I don't want to say the numbers for the other ones, but feel free to look them up. They're definitely not as high as 0.600. And the projectile length is 1.54 inches, I believe. Now, the minimum expansion recommended is actually 2,100 feet per second, which for my gun, the way I'm trying to load it out, is going to be about 800 yards. I don't want to hunt that far. I don't trust myself to call wind that far, but I will say if I have a follow-up shot, it's nice to know that this bullet's going to get there reliably and accurately. Now, if I want to talk about the hollow point, the Copper Rose Hollow Point rather, this one says it's the recommended twist rate of 1 in 10. I'm not sure if that is just what he has on this generic page, because the other page is specific to the 6.5. On this Copper Rose Hollow Point page, he has 308, 7mm, 270, and then the 6.5 all on the same page. So I'm going to guess that that's might be not precise, but that'd be something that you could definitely shoot Sam a message on the website about. Each one of these comes with 50. They are currently testing the ballistic coefficient. These are a newer bullet. But this is something where we are looking for the terminal performance of that copper rose, but we're looking for more expansion. And on their website, it highlights instant expansion thanks to that really nice big hollow point. It's from what I know talking to Sam told me to make a load for the copper roses and then just try the hollow points, and I should see the same terminal performance out to 300 yards, something like that. So he mentions that using this hollow point for 300 and in, my guess is because the expansion is so quick. I'm not sure if it's something where it kind of takes a lot of that kinetic energy out. I'd have to talk to him. I'll talk to him on the podcast about that. So anyways, what I've done with these bullets, now that you've kind of highlighted some of the features of them, is I went through off camera, didn't want to bore anybody. I weighed all 100 bullets. I have 50 copper rose, 50 copper rose hollow points, and I weighed them on my scale. Now I will say this scale seems to be going up in weight by 0.2 of a grain, not 1/10 of a grain. So if something is 0.6, it's going to jump up to that. Actually, it would be rounded down. If it's 1.1, it'd be rounded up. If it's 0.8, it'd be rounded down. So I'm pretty sure it's rounding to 0.2 of a grain. Nothing I can do about that. So the high for the copper roses is 120. Excuse me. The high is 125. The low is 124.6. The mean is 124.8, which is also the mode, 124.8 grains. The standard deviation is 0.3 grains. So definitely very tight tolerances there from the machining side of things. Now the copper rose hollow point, I'm not sure what the deal is. I'm not convinced this is the world's best scale because I got 124.4 grains 50 times in a row. So there's no high, there's no low, there's the mean, it's all the same. It's 124.4 for all 50. I don't know if my scale's messed up, but considering before I was getting variances, the lowest one I got was 124.6, so 0.4 of a grain off of the 125 that it's advertised as. I just think that they have really high standards for machining, and I wonder if copper is a really good metal to work with because it's a harder metal. So this is the overview of the copper rose and the copper rose hollow point. Feel free to leave any comments or questions you have down below. If you have any specific questions about the previous bullets I've used, I will say all of them killed what they were supposed to kill, but I just wasn't seeing that terminal accuracy out to really far distances, as well as I wasn't seeing blood trails due to lack of expansion. One of the bullets actually passed through the elk's heart and was lodged in the offside shoulder at 220 yards. It was about 5 degrees outside, not that that makes a big difference, but when we were skinning the elk out, we actually found the bullet on the offside hide. It didn't even penetrate the hide. It went through the offside ribs and meat there, and then it was just in the hide there, kind of wedged in the meat and in the hide. So that's my experience with other copper bullets. I will say I really like copper bullets. I like that they stick together very well. I don't like the lack of blood trails, so I'm really excited to give these a try. We'll see how I like those. But I like that I'm not losing a lot of meat because the bullets are just fragmenting and just breaking apart everywhere. So that's my experience with other copper bullets. Again, these ones, all this is just an overview, and I just wanted to highlight the extreme machining detail of both the copper rose and the copper rose hollow point. Again, any comments you have, please leave them below. If you have any experiences with these, let me know. Any advice as I try to make these loads up, please let me know. I'm always eager to learn and trying to create a community where we can all learn and grow together. So thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we'll catch you on the next one.